To better their chances at hosting the Olympic Games, a small ski village in California hired Walt Disney to be the head of entertainment. The Olympic Committee bought into it, and in 1960, Squaw Valley, California, and Walt Disney hosted the Winter Olympics. My name's Josh Taylor, this is Network 1901, and today we're talking about how Walt Disney forever changed the Olympic Games.
Bringing you everything under the Disney umbrella. Network 1901.
Now, in 1959, Walt officially got the chair of the pageantry committee for the Winter Olympics. He also brought on Ron Miller, his son-in-law, Card Walker, who was also at the Disney Company, John Hench, a classic animator and Imagineer, and TV personality Art Linkletter. John Hench in particular is worth noting because he was hired to create and design the Olympic torch. Hench also designed 32 statues that went around the Olympic Village. 30 of them were 16 feet tall, depicting Winter Olympic athletes. And the other 2 were 24 feet tall, that stood on either side of the Tower of Nations, the centerpiece of the Olympic Village. This was extremely elaborate at the time, and was above anything the Olympic Village had ever had previously. The 1960 Winter Olympics were also the first to be televised, so Walt Disney was a key figure in garnering sponsorships. 30 sponsors came on altogether, and Walt dedicated 30 flagpoles to each of those sponsors, and at the end of the games gave those flagpoles to the sponsors as a message of goodwill. Being a good businessman, he knew that would in turn bring more sponsors to the next Olympic Games. Disney being the head of pageantry also meant that he was in charge of entertainment, not just of the spectators or the people watching on TV, but of the athletes themselves. So he hired guys like Danny Kaye and Frank Sinatra to come and entertain all of the athletes. And he held the first ever Olympic Film Festival, which of course played Walt Disney films. He thought that in doing this, it would provide goodwill for the athletes from all around the world, to show American culture and to show that we wanted to entertain people from all around the world, not just Americans. The entertainment for athletes has continued on till this day and will continue to go on as a message of goodwill to all of those countries around the world. And of course, it wouldn't be Disney without a little bit of parade. Walt Disney was put in charge of the opening and closing ceremonies, and they were overly spectacular. He hired over 5,000 people, which included over 1,200 instruments and 2,500 singers, all from California or Nevada high schools. There were floats, colors, textures, decorations. He made a spectacle out of a spectacle to begin with. Now, there were some naysayers, and there could be truth to the naysaying, as some people felt that Walt Disney was spending a little bit too much money on entertainment rather than the sporting event itself. That may be true, as we're now seeing in the case of the Rio Olympics, that Brazil itself is spending more money than it will most likely take in. And that goes true for almost any hosting city or country from here on out, because they need to raise the bar. They have to be better than Walt Disney. They have to be better than the last Olympic Games. But you can't deny the fact that Disney brought pageantry and excitement to the Olympic Games. Now we watch the opening ceremonies because it's beautiful. We look forward to seeing what the Olympic Village looks like. We see athletes being entertained after the games in the evenings. And we see how important it is to carry a wonderful looking Olympic torch. So in essence, that's how Walt Disney changed the Olympic Games. Keep on moving, people.